What's good, y'all? It's your boy Bad Seed, aka Nicolas Cage, aka Larry J. Blige, aka your mother's baby father. Yo, check it out, man. We back with another episode of your favorite song where I sit down with your favorite artist, my favorite artist, and I ask y'all, what's your favorite song, B? Word up. You already know how we give it up. We're in second season right now. It's kicking off. It's going real well. I want to thank all y'all for tapping in. Tell a friend, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, all that good shit, so that we can get within the algorithms. It's all about the algorithms. Yum Rick, yo, Najee Ramba, Shakaloom, Shaka, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So check it, man. Tonight, my guest is a fire MC out there West Coast, one of my favorite places in the world. You know what I'm saying? He's a good brother, top tier pen. You understand what I'm saying? Word up. I want to introduce to y'all my guy, Montage One. What's good, brother?
Yo, what's good, G? Nicholas, as you said, Nicolas Cage, because that's the nigga who I met first with the bread video. I still feel like that bread video was way advanced, ahead of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas need to steal that idea right now, and it will still relate because it's still bread, and niggas is trying. You know, shit's converted to the bag, but it's still about the bread, my nigga. The bread is in the bag. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you brought it back because I forgot all about that shit. Like we was dead ass. Like I'm about my bread. Like we had niggas pulling out slices of bread out their pocket and doing drug transactions with the.
That was fucking hot, bro. That was hot, bro. I swear to God. See that's what I call, you know, because when you're doing things more independently, you got to figure out what song is best for your budget. You can have another song that you want to do a video for, but frankly, it's gonna take, you know, Francis Ford Coppola to fucking do the shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta aim at which one can I do and get the most impact out of it. You did that with that bread song because all it took was buying loaves of bread, which was low budget, and then just telling niggas to do what they would do with the bread, what they would do with real money. You know what I'm saying? So that was tight to me, bro. I want to give you flowers before we even get started on that. You know what I'm saying? Go do your research, folks. Go look up this nigga video. What's the name of the song?
About My Bread. It's actually at the end. It's at the end of a song. I got a video I got called Little Voices, where we talking about missing and exploited kids. So if y'all look up Little Voices, it's at the end of that. It's like a split video, so it's at the end of that. Now I appreciate you on the plug for that, man. Word, because I forgot all about that. You know what I'm saying? Word up. So first off, you know I'm hating on you, right? How is it out in that big West right now? I'm out here, it's icy and shit. I bust my ass outside a couple times this week. You know what I'm saying? Shout to the ice.
All right, well, you see, like, it's funny because that's a train station out there. It's like I'm damn near on some new NY type shit, but it's all LA with it. It's kind of gloomy out here today, but you know, it ain't gonna stop nothing. As long as it ain't raining, rain pisses me off. Like, I'm not a farmer. I understand the drought and shit, but I fucking hate rain. It's not even, you know, it's not motivating in any way for a real Cali nigga. I don't need the rain to fuck. I can fucking like 100-degree weather. Like, I don't give a fuck about rain, bro. Like, that's the only downtime for me.
Yeah. Now, look, I want to ask you, just you being a top tier, you know, lyricist, before we even get into, you know, the whole show thing. Are you into battle rap? You watch battle rap? You frequent the culture?
I frequented it early on, and then I'm not gonna lie, bro. The shit got real corny to me, man. Niggas raising up like super big invisible guns, and like like niggas be holding up guns, and I'm like, nigga, in real life, you wouldn't even be able to hold that shit. And so it gets kind of lost in translation to me without the beats. I liked it at first, but now it's just y'all niggas is poets. And I'm not knocking that, but it's more of a poet's form, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then you gotta also take in the fact, man, and we've given niggas chances for years, right? But the statistics of battle rap only niggas, music being hot, nigga, without me hating or nothing, that shit low than a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Them niggas
yeah.
got no, and when I say hits, I ain't talking about radio shit, so don't come at me with that. I'm talking
Right.
about niggas ain't got no hits in the streets, nigga. So it's just, it's a weird pocket. But I do respect them niggas though.
There's a couple battle rappers that, you know, they are successful. Well, it depends on what you would do. But I mean, I would determine it as success. I mean, it's not like Sue Surf. I know niggas like Sue Surf. He drops shit. They chart like you know he talks a lot, so he'll be on the thing like, yo, my shit charted at number 2 on iTunes. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So
Right.
I know niggas like him and Arsenal and shit like that. I know that
Arsenal's a
they're
great fucking rapper.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Great rapper.
And he's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, he's definitely on the Mount Rushmore. He's one of my favorites, you know, straight up.
But yeah,
So
see, take somebody like that. Where's his record though? Like that's what be bugging me. I'm like, I don't. It's like almost like a curse that's held only to rap battle niggas. It's like you know how they say muddy waters or not muddy waters, but the other nigga that came across the crossroads wanted to be a ill jazz player or just a regular nigga or a blues player, a regular nigga, and he chose the ill blues player and the devil. And you know, there's certain shit that comes with that. It almost seems like that's the case with the battle rappers. Like, nigga, I'll make you the best battle rapper ever, but you're gonna lack on when it comes to these songs, my nigga. What you want? And niggas like, I'll be the battle rapper. Fuck it. And then they
yeah,
never
yeah,
have no songs, bro. I
yeah,
don't get it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's rough. It's definitely rough. So all right, cool. So I want to ask you, for the people who might not be familiar, we're not going to spend too much time on this, you know, but just to give them like a little quick background, and then we'll jump into it. Montage One, right?
Yeah.
Who is he? Like, where? How did you? How did you get into this game? Like, what? Who you was running with? Like, what was you doing?
Well, I'm notoriously known for, you know, running with the licks. It's a liquid crew affair. Before that, I was from a set called the Sick Block, which was referred to as technically the original Wu-Tang. It was about 30 deep. Everybody was dope. We was literally sharing the LA title with none other than Freestyle Fellowship, who was like, they had their pocket, we had ours. You know what I'm saying? We
Out the
didn't go
Mike
to the good life.
Nine. Word.
Yep, shout out to Micah Nine and all of that. We didn't really frequent. We didn't go to the good life. We had our own pocket, and you know, from there, I ended up developing or honing in on my skills. Starting out as a producer, though. Starting out as a DJ first, then getting into production. Once I, you know, I did a lick on my own bank, and I came up and got me an MPC 60 and some shit. You know what I'm saying? I ended up paying that money back to my bank. I'm still with that bank to this day, the California Credit Union.
Look,
Thank
y'all,
you
look at
for
my face.
thank you, Credit Union, for giving a nigga a second shot. Cause like 30 years later or whatever, I'm glad I'm still with that same bank. But yeah, I fucked them over for a quick, you know, 3 racks. You remember when niggas was doing the check? Like you had a homeboy who was like, nigga, I'll cash a check in your account, nigga, for a whoop wham, and we'll split that. But what
Yeah.
they didn't tell you is your account gonna be fucked off and you gonna owe all the money. Well, I saw
Facts.
that coming. The nigga put the shit in my account and I didn't want to do it after that. I was like, bro, I'm good. Nigga, 3 months later, out of nowhere, the check just fucking cashed, bro. And I had already fell out with the homie who fucked over a couple other people like I knew he was. And it was just all there for me to take. So I could have been honest and be like, oh, no, I don't need that money. Or I could have taken it. I took that shit. So
Yeah,
anyway,
that's nigga shit.
yeah,
That's nigga shit. Like
yeah,
real talk. Yo, I ain't even gonna front. I'd
yeah,
have been tight at you if you would have told a different side of the story. Like, oh no, well,
yeah.
you know, I didn't do it.
Hey, but that shit made me though, because I took off as a producer at that point, and I started to hook up with the likes of niggas like Exhibit, who at the time was on Loud. I was independently getting bread, And then I ended up doing Recycled Assassins on his album, which was supposed to be for my album. And then when he saw how I was moving with no label, he was just like, yo, put me on. Like, nigga, I'm with Loud and I'm doing promo tours. I had attacked the snowboard circuit early in the game before anyone, me, the Licks, we all attacked that shit like around 95 or whatever. And they had mad fucking bread. So as an independent artist with no record, I'm getting $2,500 a show. X was like, turn me on. Suave was my manager. Shout out to Suave, who managed at the Far Side at the time. And then Suave ended up managing X. And then from there, me, X, the Licks, Tila, we all just became family, pretty much toured for like 8 years straight and just, that the rest is history.
Mm-hmm. So the whole conglomerate of the Liquids, that's dope. That's super dope, bro. So y'all grew up together, or like who?
I actually met Tash. This is no bullshit. My gangster homies from a set called PRZ 13 was living, which was some black essays of all shit, like black cholos. I bullshit you not. Cali is colorful like that. These niggas was bank robbers, and so they had a gang of money. So I think at the time, Tash had just got some kind of deal or something, but he stayed in that building, and my niggas turned him into an alcoholic. He'll tell you this to this day that my homies turned him into an alcoholic, bro. And so I had met him, but I didn't really kick it with him. And then when I met X, which I met X at the radio station at the time with KMEL or whatever, with Sway and Tech. And I was just up there rapping, and I guess he had just left. This nigga heard me in the elevator. The elevator music was the radio station music. So he heard the shit and came back up, and with the raspy voice was like, who was that? Who was that was just rapping, blah, blah. And I was like, at the time, niggas was on that cocky shit. Me, Phil the Ag. Every time I used to see Phil the Ag, I'd be like, I'm gonna murder this nigga, bro. Because he was the only nigga, in my opinion. I never bullied weaker rappers. Niggas was weak to me, I'd be quiet in the corner. Niggas was hard, I'm coming out. So when that nigga said that to me, I was like, me, nigga, whoop wham, almost like to the point it could have went negative. But he appreciated the energy, and he was just like, my nigga, like, he was like, yo, let me get your info, nigga. We gonna hook up, blah, blah. And that ended up happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, just coming from a world of like straight MCs, we used to wait outside of that fucking radio station just so we could just rip niggas' heads off all the time. They had the sister station up in the Bay, and then I think at some point they hooked up with a New York station, so the shit was like multi simulcast or whatever. And niggas just start making their lane.
That's dope. Yo, did you know you knew my brother PH, right? You knew PH. Pumpkinhead.
PH. Oh fuck, dude. Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I did, bro.
Yeah, that's my brother. We had a group. We had a group. That's like one of my first rap groups, man. Me and him, we had a group called OBS, and I know he was a big fan of the Licks, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure
we did the Lyricist Lounge 2 show at the House of Blues together. Like, he was in that one, bro. And he was just always fucking, man, that was just a cool ass dude, man. Like, damn, bro. Like, I actually really miss that dude, man.
Yeah, me too, man. Like, I ain't gonna front. I break down a lot every now and again. I just break down, you know what I'm saying? Every project I put out, it says it has to be executive produced by Robert P.H. Diaz. If I'm doing a project with another rapper or another producer, I'm not doing it if I can't put executive produced by son. You know what I'm saying? Because yo, to be honest, if he hadn't passed, I would have retired. I'm just keep going for him because he loved this shit. You feel me? Like, he loved this shit. So, real talk. R.I.P. my brother PH.
Yeah, you know R.I.P. Pumpkinhead.
Word up. Damn. So now we gonna get into the get down of the get down. We're gonna get into it. So I'm gonna tell you what my favorite song of you is. Now, it might shock you, because like I was doing research, I was listening to a bunch of records, and you got a lot of hard shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just
Thanks,
fire.
Steve. Thank you.
You know, and shout the team demo. You know what I'm saying? We both work with,
Oh, yeah.
with the boys. You know what
Shout
I'm
out
saying?
to Cozy. Yeah.
Word, that filthy animal.
Wait till you hear the shit, bro. Like, we actually talking about doing an album at this point, because I know for a fact I go in on all they tracks, bro. He was telling me the other day, the wise, how you pronounce his name?
Wise
Or
P. Yeah.
Yeah, and he said this to me. Actually, he was walking with Asia on a live, and I just wanted to say what's up to the nigga. So I said, "Hey, tell the nigga I said what's up." As soon as he said that to him, he was like, "Hey, yo, you bodied me on that fucking song, G. I like, man, you bodied me, dog. That's all I got to say." And then I talked to Cozy, and Cozy was like, "Hey, he's thinking about not even being on that track because he feel like you bodied him like that." And I'm like, well, shit, man, that's what I was supposed to do. At the end of the day, though, sometimes you just gotta like let that be, and then we gonna do another one together, and just bring that same energy to the table. So like, I got one with MC8 too. That's fucking killer, bro. Like,
I bet. I bet.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what? I think because me and you yesterday we was talking about. Well, we'll get to that later on in the show, but I think you and I, we should link it to a project, an EP or something, some East Coast, West Coast shit, and have them do it. You know what I'm saying? Have Team Demo do it. I think that'll be crazy, Brody. I think that'll be real crazy. Like, I'm with it 100%. Y'all hear it here. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, let's go, bro.
Let me tell you. Okay, so I'm going through the catalog. And it was records that were hard, but I'm not gonna lie. The song that stuck with me that I kept coming back to, it was about relationship. You know what I'm saying? And it hit.
Oh,
it hit
shit.
It hit because I've been through this type shit. The left behind shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's called. Left behind, right? Lost myself.
Lost myself. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Lost myself, bro.
You was snapping on that, bro. What he say? He said, I bite my lip. What he say? I love it. What you say? He said,
man, I can't even remember it word for word. But let me tell you this, my nigga, like, that was something, that was someone who I was in a relationship. Like, you know how, these niggas out here getting married, like, after, 3 months of courtship. And then they shit is over in, like, 2 years or whatever. So I give it up to the niggas who had that same one by their side for a length of time. That's more marriage than this new shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So we talking about somebody who was in my life for a long time, who I still, got mad respect for to this day. And, what if you look at how the best music is made, it's almost all the time going to be based off of emotion.
Yes.
What iller emotion than something that involves your significant other at the time? The fact that you got just straight up caught on some shit. When you get caught, fucking around or whatever, like, only a ruthless nigga is doing it for the end result to be, I just can't wait till I get caught so I can see how fucking fucked up this bitch feel and watch her ass cry and blah, blah, blah. Nigga, that's the shit you like. You sweep that under the rug, that part, and you do your dirt. You be like, man, I hope that part don't happen. Well, you know what? This shit happened. And if it's one of them things where I realized, like, I was such a player before then, I realized that, damn, I really love this person because I really give a fuck about what happened. I never gave a fuck before. I just, oh, well, I got caught and I just move on. But that shit was different. So it was around the time of me doing those records, and, it was just something that I had to get off my chest. And I did it with the help of my nigga Day One, who's one of our West Coast greatest producers, low key. He's actually producing a record right now for fucking Crip Mac. I bullshit you not, bro. Crip Mac got one song that's actually worth listening to, like, really, really kind of dope. It's called Crazy, 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 Crazy. And I was like, damn, that beat is kind of dope. I ended up watching this nigga interview. This nigga's like, yeah, day one producer. I hit him up. I'm like, yo, you be having that nigga over there? He's like, yeah. So at some point, I'm gonna fall in over here and just fuck with
Yeah,
that nigga because he be having me rolling. But
yeah.
yeah, you know, day one did the beat and everything just came together, bro. Like you can't make no shit like that without actually, like you can't just script that without going through it.
Facts. Facts. That's a
You feel
fact.
me?
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I could tell, you know what I'm saying? I could tell that that wasn't just you was just writing the song. No. Like
Yeah,
I could
nah.
tell that that shit was an actual experience type shit. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, it was,
But
bro.
salute to you, bro, because that shit just kept playing in my head, bro. Like I was
Right.
listening to shit, and usually, I mean, it would be a hard record that I'd be like, yo, is that hard? Nah, nigga, that shit stayed in my veins and shit, bro. Word,
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, bro. It was
Lined up.
built, but it was made and built for niggas like you, and you know, it's gonna always play a role. Like somebody else gonna listen to that song, and because we niggas gonna continue to go through that. So it's one of those songs, you know, niggas can talk like I talked about earlier, niggas holding up the big ass guns and blah blah. Yeah, that's all colorful and all, but shit like this, it's gonna hit home because you're experiencing that, dude, and that's all I can say for that. And the beat was great. It was just nice. Had a nice little kind of, I don't know, Dilla feel like something going on, but
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
was
yeah,
enjoying the yeah.
yeah,
It just all
yeah,
fit, my nigga.
yeah. That's dope, bro. That's dope.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
You
so
surprised me with that.
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So before we get into your favorite song, what is, we spoke yesterday. We had a conversation yesterday. What is like a story that sticks out in your mind about because this show is about, I'm trying to really reinforce the whole ideology of being a fan. I feel like
Uh
I
huh.
feel like I feel like being a fan is such a lost art because everybody's too cool for school or whatever. That's why everybody that's on my show, I'm a fan of. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, and I
Right.
want them to know, listen, I'm a fan. Like, I know my bar work is heavy. I know I got a pen, but that don't mean that I'm not a fan. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? And I think that
Right.
that's where the lines get blurred. Like, I'm trying to give the flowers. I'm trying to salute because the fact that artists like yourself and the other guests that's been on the show are still rocking, that's inspiration for me to keep going,
Right.
And
Right.
so my question to you is, from a fan's perspective, you being a fan, who is somebody that you met that you were a fan of? And just tell me about that. You know what I'm saying? Tell me somebody that you always looked up to or whatever in this hip hop thing of ours, and you was like, look, man, damn, I'm sitting here chopping it up with whoop whoop. You know what I mean?
All right. You know what? I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I don't know if it's because I'm part Pyru or whatever on some gang shit. So like that shit kind of like low level for me. Like I'm always, I ain't gonna lie, you said it, niggas be too cool for school. I ain't
Yeah,
trying to be that way, but I did have that moment in life. I ain't had it so much lately, other than like the only nigga that I know for sure could just strike a nigga would have been Prince. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been a nigga that would just had me like, oh shit, like probably
yeah,
not even functioning right, probably stuttering like, oh shit, I'm talking to
yeah,
Prince. But
yeah,
as far as like somebody that I looked up to, somebody that motivated me to rap, and then I ended up getting to kick it with this nigga, and then I ended up getting to do a song with this nigga through Blue, from Blue and Exile. Um, I'm have to say Cool Keith because you know it's funny. Me and Ag was just talking about LA the other day, and we were talking how LA is broken down into there is three packs out here, my nigga, and it's evenly broken down in 33 and a third. Not the number of people, but the influence, okay, is equally shared. You have gangster rap, then you have, and this says a lot about Freestyle Fellowship. You have the Freestyle Fellowship type of rap and all the people that come up under that umbrella. And then
Facts.
you have my pocket of niggas like me, Phil the Ag, Planet Asia, Krondon, blah, blah, blah.
In the
We that
middle.
other third. And the thing about our particular pack is we're the niggas that was always misidentified as a possible East Coast nigga. You know what I'm saying? Freestyle Fellowship wasn't. Gangster Rap Nigga Show wasn't. But when it came to niggas like us, niggas always been trying to figure us out, be like, y'all niggas kind of rap more East Coast, but you know, nigga, you from Pyru, like you from Inglewood, blah, blah, blah. You know, and that has a sharp focus on me somehow through a nigga named DJ Cold Crush, who moved on to my block straight from the Bronx. This nigga pulled up and had at least 8 sets of 1200s, right? And then had a gang of show in Vegas in a fucking band. And this nigga just moved on my block, bro. I'm young as fuck. So here I am kind of getting the elevated course of rap. This is before Toddy T and all the Bataram and all that shit. That was way before NWA. NWA wasn't even, nigga, I don't know what they was doing at the time.
Right.
So I was listening that early to where this was back when people used to think King T was from New York because of his Payback record, and it was a sample in it, and niggas just was confused. Like, I thought that nigga was from New York. But for me, it was a couple of groups that fucked me up early in the game listening through this nigga Cold Crush, and then like one of these college radio stations, I think with Mike Nardone back in the day, KXLU or some shit like that. But it was JVC Force, which I ended up later meeting. That nigga B from JVC Force ended up marrying my homeboy's sister, which was weird as fuck to meet that nigga. Ultramagnetic MCs, right?
Yeah.
Which just fucked me up off top with rhymes like, once again, my rhyme blows up enemies, whack MCs across the nation in rotation. You get the hype at the station, promotion. I put your brain in slow motion like lotion and let it flow to the ocean and it drowning. Your brain begins to bubble, brain trouble, hang with Barney Rubble in bedrock and watch another head rock. Like, that shit had me fucked up, bro. Then you talking about my early introduction to some technically some weird shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to figure out what the fuck this nigga brain lotion, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, what the fuck is they talking about? I need to find out. And EPMD, my nigga. Early EPMD. So those three impacted me. So out of those three, I got to kick it with actually everybody out of those three groups later in life. But the nigga that I got to kick it with first, when, as you know, he got on this Cali shit, came out here, start fucking with these hoes and shit, doing crazy weird shit, and doing sex style albums and shit like that, and Dr. Octagon. And one time, this is the funniest story I'm gonna tell you, my nigga. Me and Jay Swift, the producer of The Far Side, was one of my good friends, John Martinez from Inglewood, went to Morningside, blah, blah, blah. That nigga, he had a crib called the Fat House, which is his studio and everything. And we over there one day, and I think either Adrian Miller or my nigga Lamar Algie came through with Kool Keith, right? Now, this nigga walked in, and the nigga had on regular gear, but the nigga had, like, I'm talking a serious 1920s Vincent Price motherfucking cape, my nigga. Like, that was two-tone, nigga. It was red satin on the inside, nigga, black satin on the outside, nigga, with the high collar, nigga, that was above this nigga head. About this high, right?
also Vampire in Brooklyn shit.
Nigga, like, on some, no, I'm gonna take it further. On some, like, nigga, this shit is normal, nigga. What y'all on? Right?
Yeah.
That's how the nigga walked in. So it's a room full of us. I'm like, yo, this is Kool Keith right here. Or maybe my nigga Marv Mack brought him through. But whoever it was, I was like, yo, this is fucking Kool Keith. This nigga just walked in. Crazy. So I'm sitting there. Everybody's kind of quiet. Everybody's like, yo, what's up? What's up? This nigga, I'm telling you, the cape was this high, my nigga behind. I'm talking about that serious B nigga, Dr. Strange cape, right? And then the nigga, the cape, look, the cape had it wasn't no regular connection. That shit had a brooch, nigga, like with jewels in it, nigga, was the connection point. So it was looking ill. And everybody tried to play it off until the nigga took the cape off, and then he looked around and he said, "Hey, where can I hang this up at?" And the whole motherfucking room, nigga, fell into tears, bro. We was just laughing so motherfucking hard. It was like an icebreaker. That nigga ended up being mad cool as fuck. And then he ended up fucking staying out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? And so that was probably the person that I could say who influenced me, who I was happy to meet. I never met Said G. I would love to meet. Actually, I met Said G through Facebook. Shout out to Said G. But I would love to have met Said G. And back in the day, I would have really loved to have met Paul C. Shout out to Paul C. You know what I'm saying? Like, just true legends in the fucking game, bro, that just changed how this whole shit is. You know what I'm saying? And so that would be him. Cool Keith. I'm going to give it up to Cool Keith. He gets that award. Shout out to you, my nigga.
Salute the Cool Keith. Definitely a trailblazer. And definitely put the unique in hip-hop, but early. Early. Like, he was one of the ones. Word up. Definitely one of the ones. So, boom. So, now we've come to the part that everybody really gives a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? Out of your whole catalog to Montage One, what would be your favorite song now? Like I told you, it could be a song that never came out. It could be a feature. It could be a solo record. It could be a song you wrote that you ain't get to record yet. It could be your first record. To you, what's your favorite song that resonates with you?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is a hard one because it's technically two that hit the same way. So I'm gonna just choose.
Yeah, let's take them both. Let's take them both.
Okay.
Let's take them both.
Okay. All right. So let's start with. It's called "When You Find It." Okay. It's got the infamous sample. I don't know who the person is, but it's like, "When you find it." Dun, 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 dun. When you find it, right? A lot of people use that sample. Babu. DJ Babu from Dilated Peoples. Now, let me start there and say, shout out to Babu. And let me say that at the time when Dilated had this studio on Pico near Robertson, which was Nucleus studio first, shout out to Nucleus, I had some of the best. Look, this nigga pulls the best out of you at like 3 a.m. For some reason, me and Babu, we would always end up recording from like 3 to 5 a.m. Like this late night super. You know, when you on that late night, you write differently. Other shit going on with them hours, bro. Because you like hella
different part of the brain. Yeah, it's a different part of your brain.
It's a different part of the brain. You smoking, you struggling to stay up. The beat's the thing that's keeping you up, and blah blah blah. So. He had said that he played this beat to me, and he said to me, "Yo, it would be dope if you could write a song that was more continuous." And I was always up for the writing challenge, but more continuous, meaning like every time when this sample came up, when you find it, find a way to write that into your song. And I was all for it. Because at the time, I was always trying to experiment. I would be the nigga that would be like, all right, I did a song like this yesterday. Today, I'm going to do a song like this. Got to be totally different from that. You know? Now, today, I want to go back and forth with a nigga. Or I'm going to do one verse on this one. This other one, I'm going to do two. This other one, I'm going to do three. You know, whatever. And it was a great challenge, bro. And what ended up coming out of me is this story about when you find shit, no matter what it is, if it's love, money, respect, like don't let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit don't come easy. When you find it, cherish that shit. You know, take that shit in and cherish that shit. And
real shit.
And it's a song that throughout time I get hit up on how it's impacted people. How I've had people saying they felt like giving up and heard this fucking song, my nigga, and like decided to move forward in life again, you know, like just based off of what I'm saying. So that would be would be that song in that aspect. And then back to the challenge. Not only do I accept challenges, but I hand them shits out too. So I would have to say on the handing the challenge out type level, it also kind of goes back to Dilated Peoples. But this particular song is with evidence, okay? Um, it's called State of Emergency, right? And it's just me and him. And the concept that day was I was like, basically, it came from this. You know, Ev is the king of slow flow, right? That's what he's known for. So on this particular day, and just to actually, let me rewind a little bit. I remember making Exhibit mad in the studio a long time ago when we did Recycled Assassins because it was just in me, man. I was challenging. So I said, yo, this is how we gonna do Recycled Assassins, my nigga. Like, we gonna go in here and you can't mess up on your verse. You gotta do that shit all the way through in the first take. You know what I'm saying? And just putting that pressure on niggas. And it's just funny. I don't know if he'll admit it to this day, but he got mad about that. Like, I don't know. I guess presenting that pressure like on the nigga. The nigga got mad about that. He was like, man, nigga, just do your verse, blah, blah, I'll do mine. And it ended up coming out to be fire. You know what I'm saying? But the nigga was mad, bro. And then, so now carry back over the evidence. We had already done a song that was more slow flow, which is on the same record. And it's it's called Late. I forgot the title of it, but what you know about there's something about late night, being up late and fucking again in that late night pocket, and creating music. But it was on the slow flow level, okay? So after we did that, I said, all right, that's cool and all, but let's do this, my nigga. Like, why don't you do something? I need to get you in the machine gun rap category, my nigga. Like, I want to do something different. I want you to rap on my lane. Let's pick a beat that's in my lane, and I want you to just smash that shit just in the same kind of cadence and regards that I'm going to smash that shit. And then I even laid out, like, the first part of it. I said, all right, so for this shit, we're going to say, declare this a state of an emergency. That's how you had to start your verse. Then from there, you could go anywhere you want. So what we did is we did 2 verses each, and we did a back-to-back, then the hook, which was provided by DJ Revolution on the cut. That shit is a phenomenal song, bro. Listen to that song when we done with this. But yeah, the hook with the cuts and shit, and then it goes back to declare this a state of an emergency. And again, it was, you know, us back to back. I think we actually did 2:16. So it's like 2:32s, right? A little long, but it ends perfectly. But in that, I remember he kind of like also, you know, Ev is different. So he was a little disturbed by my challenge, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he knew he had to meet the challenge. And I already had a slow flow song in the chamber. So he met the challenge, bro. And to this day, I am credited for having Ev in a pocket that's around right about now. You're starting to hear more of that pocket because he's getting more out of the slow flow shit. And he's been around all these other, you know, Alchemist-based artists. And, you know, he be in the chamber all the time where you got to improve. But I get credited from a long time ago. Go listen to that record and ask yourself, where have you heard Ev rap like that with that intensity? But it came from a challenge, my nigga. Like, I'm all for the challenge. I don't mean to piss you off, but I'm trying to do what you see in motherfucking Cadillac Records, the movie and shit. I was watching that shit the other day. Remember him and Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf was kind of like, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm kind of from that school, you know what I'm saying? Because I know pressure makes diamonds. I ain't trying to dish you or nothing, but I know pressure makes diamonds. And Ev's verses on that motherfucker, bro, they're chilling to me how dope they are. So I gotta say, like, just to move him in that way and go and to see where he's gone from there, because Ev, you know, started out. Ev was a fan. Ev was a Montage One fan, like a little kid who I went over to his house and we chopped it up, and then we had to go smoke weed in his bathroom just before his mom passed away. I'm coughing and shit. He like, bro, you're gonna get me like in trouble, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
You know, to
yeah.
see him go from that to where he's at now, like he's one of my most honored homies because I watched him work for it. He's dope as fuck, and his videos are super top notch. A nigga like he
Facts.
might be the number
Facts.
one underground video nigga
Yeah,
in the
facts.
game, like honestly. And so just knowing that I had that challenge with dude, like that was big for me. I love that dude. That's my dude.
That's dope, man. To be honest, that's probably one of the dopest backgrounds to a favorite song that we've had on the show so far. That was dope.
Okay.
Word up. That's one of my favorites right there. Word up.
Word.
Yeah, man. So people, make sure y'all check out State of Emergency. And
yeah, on the 1063, on the 10, yo, let me tell them what album. The 1063 OGX album. It's on Spotify, iTunes, or whatever. Both those songs, When You Find It and State of Emergency, are both on that album. 1063 OGX. At the time, I was like, who's the leaders right now? Who's motivating and doing different shit? And it was Steve Jobs at the time. And at the time, the Mac operating system was at 10.6.3 OS X. So I just named my shit 10.6.3 OGX because I'm OG and I'm definitely on the move. You know what I'm saying?
Fire. Yo, y'all make sure y'all also check out the Lost Myself record too. What album is that on?
That's actually 10.6.2. It was part of like a thing. I started with 10.6.2 OGX and then I did 10.6.3 OGX. I was supposed to do a 10.6.4. Never did that one, but yeah, 10.6.2 OGX. That's also on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you want to find it, man. Just look up Montage One, spell out the one, or it'll totally throw your shit up.
Yeah. No doubt, man. No doubt. So before we get up out of here, I want to kind of bring back up a conversation we was having yesterday about the East Coast and the West Coast. Now, you were telling me, you were saying that it surprised you to find out, as you met New York MCs, how much we really, really, really love the West Coast. Now, before we get into it, I just want to say, I can't speak for everybody, but I could speak for myself and those that were around me. We love the West Coast. Yo.
I understand this. Like over time, I understand this. At the time, though, back in the day, it was just like I explained my third of LA. So, us kind of studying rap before rap became popular out here, it was hard. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It was hard to like go from that rhyme that I said about, from Ultramagnetic MCs, and then listen to Eazy-E, who was kind of more simple at the time. And then, to be honest with you, I didn't like this. Is niggas gonna hate me for this, but I keep it a fucking solid 100. I didn't even fuck with NWA until they came out with Straight Outta Compton. And you know why? Because Straight Outta Compton had a break beat in it. I was tired of what I called them then, the rinky dink type
808
beats.
joints. Yeah, the 808.
808 joints and cruising down the street in my 6-4. Like that was cool and all, but you gotta understand, I come from a gangster's background, so like 6-4s and shit, that shit don't amaze me because I'm like, nigga, I'm already from that. My intrigue was honestly, I'm gonna keep it a stack, was with the New York and the whole vibe of like, damn, this is where shit was created, blah blah blah. So my allegiance technically was to where real rap started. So when I heard this shit out here, I was like, fuck out of here with this shit. So I just kind of assumed all of New York was kind of like, fuck out of here with that shit because you guys were more advanced in rapping. But what you said, and it holds true, it was beyond the fact that you guys were beyond us as far as lyrically putting things together. It was the fact that these niggas made a blanket statement that everybody wanted to make with fuck the police. You know what I'm saying? And I too was feeling that, but like at the same time, I was already on like fuck the police. We out here saying it every day. So I didn't realize how that shit impacted other states. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then from that, you guys looked at them as like real niggas who you could relate to, who was like, we don't have a stoop out here, but you know it's equivalent to your niggas that be on the stoop, blah, 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 talking about fuck the police too. So then I realized, and then every time I would talk to a New York nigga that I respect, niggas would be mentioning NWA. Y'all really love Ice Cube. America's Most. That the thing is, America's Most did so much with the marriage of Hank Shockley and Jinx. You know, East meets the West all together on one record. You know, the niggas have get like the shit is just ill, bro. It's just half gangster, half Muslim. Like that shit right there, like made me be like, okay, y'all New York niggas gotta respect this, even if y'all not feeling that early shit. But I found out later, y'all was feeling the early shit, my nigga.
From the beginning, because you know what? It's ill because, and this is no disrespect to the South, because the South is very integral too. But I'm talking about the actual conception of hip hop.
Right.
Like think of it in biblical. Like East Coast was Adam. Eve was the West Coast. When they come together, East Coast had the idea of it. You know, the idea of rapping and putting words together and being intricate with that. West Coast, what West Coast brought was the reality to it. So it's like, hey, because we was over here, I was tripping like, damn, you could say that? You could say those things? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just curse and wow out because we was wearing medallions, black African medallions, black ties and this, that, and the third.
Y'all was trying another way.
Right, but
y'all was over there being y'all was over there. It's technically y'all was really fucking with Malcolm's concept, but technically y'all was being more Martinish, and we was being Malcolm with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because for me, when I left my house every day, it was real outside. It wasn't just how dope I am as an MC, you know. But I didn't know that I could talk about the things that I saw going on around me. You know what I mean? I didn't know that rappers could do that. So seeing what y'all did that, bruh, like coming together. So what happened is y'all bringing the reality. We brought the actual concept and the technicalities. Bring it together. Now you have what everybody's doing. Everybody. Everybody. The South, Midwest, overseas, other planets. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we needed each other, you know. To the kids watching this, that whole East Coast, West Coast shit was bullshit.
It was. Again, like I said, and I'm gonna say it again just to reiterate, just to have it recorded in time. That was some bullshit started by the source, because at the time, record or not records, but magazine covers, that was the internet, my nigga. Like, so whatever you saw on that cover and them titles, that's what was going on, and it was very believable. So when you put a title like East versus West, I mean, that put everybody, and then you got Pac, who was just openly, in my opinion, wrong about his accusations. He was just wild with the accusations, right? But that's how a nigga gonna be when he gets shot up in another state. People don't understand, like, what his mentality was like, especially if you even see a nigga that you down with, like, while you already down on a bullet in your nutsack or whatever the fuck you got shot, you feel in a certain way, my nigga. Like, so you like, he went what we doing here on the West Coast. We just go ape shit, nigga, all logic out the window. Like, we just want to bang on everything and everybody. And so, unfortunately, while he was doing that, the source created that cover. It was totally believable at that point. You know what I'm saying? And people just started taking fucking sides, you know?
Yeah. And it sucks, man, because at the end of it, we end up losing two people. And
two great niggas, man.
Actually, if you really want to break it down, we lost more than that. You know what I mean?
Right, we did.
Because Yeah, because the fallout from those things was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, RIP to them. But I just basically wanted us to reiterate that so people know that East Coast, West Coast, like it's always been like a brotherhood. And it tripped us out too to find out that y'all was fucking with us like that. I mean, we knew that y'all had to hear it from somewhere, but that don't necessarily mean that y'all was fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? But it was ill because watching shit like Colors and shit like that, you would hear them playing old Run DMC records or LL Cool J records or shit like that. So, you knew that there was we had a presence, but it just y'all helped to elevate hip hop and put y'all made it okay to have reality in your hip hop. Now, I'm not saying that it wasn't niggas in the South that was doing it, because I'm pretty sure there was some niggas in the South that was spitting that shit too. Back then. The only problem was the South didn't really have an outlet, so we didn't hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We didn't hear it. We heard it from the West first. That's where the world really heard it first. You know what I'm saying? So,
you're right about that.
Gotta salute the West Coast, man. Gotta salute the West Coast. That's one of my favorite places in the world. You know?
Yeah, I saluted too. Like I said, back then it was like that was just regular thought, nigga. Fuck the police. Like it's funny because I had to look back on it and realize, like, I understand why them niggas look special to people now, but to me at the time, all of LA was feeling that way, and we was always saying it, bro. We was just, y'all police situations wasn't as publicized as ours. Like, we were the focus of niggas getting bothered by the police. LA was that focus. We know that niggas was getting harassed. No, listen. We know that niggas getting fucked. No. Listen what I'm saying. We know that niggas been getting fucked with by police, nigga. First of all, neither one of us really win that one, because the South and niggas was getting fucked with by the police before any one of us, either coast. We last to them niggas. But all I'm saying is,
but they say the most corrupt police forces in the United States is the LAPD and NYPD, hands down.
Right,
like,
you're right.
That's what I heard. I heard that they together are the fucking worst.
No, they are. All I'm saying is, LA, we just happened to catch the focus. That's all I'm saying. We caught that focus, and I really want to say it's because we had two different type of crack operations. You got to understand, now you know the history of crack and everything. You know for a fact that crack started in the West. So with it starting in the West, we was a little more advanced. So being a little more advanced, we was getting fucked with. We made the police come up with the fucking Batarang, my nigga. Like, they had to come up with new shit, because they were like, yo, these niggas is different with it. They got money. They got these gates on the thing. So we became the focus literally through news media. So that's how we got the focus. But everybody was getting fucked with. And y'all niggas was more quiet with the dope game in a good way, like the Rich Porters and that nigga that just got killed, the Alpos and the AZs. Y'all did a little differently. We was a little more flamboyant and in my way, a little more reckless. Y'all niggas a little more smooth. You know what I'm saying? So in our recklessness, it brought focus on LA. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, you look around and everybody knew, like, LA was the fucking crack capital. And then you had Daryl Gates, who was just like, by all means, bust these niggas up. And so our rights went out the window as black people. It didn't matter if you didn't sell crack, nigga. Like, you was perceived as a crack seller, nigga. If you had on anything fresh, you sold crack. It didn't matter that you grew up in the avenues like I did, where our parents had money, nigga. I got approached just like some nigga who stole everything I got approached. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was no different. I was black, nigga. Like, nigga, get up against the wall, put your fucking hands on your head, nigga, and don't move. You know, like, and that was just it. So I think from that early focus, we just had a lot of resentment, and we was just like, man, fuck these niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There you have it.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all for it, because just the courage to do that is why I'm saying there would be no box. There would be no Wu-Tang. There would be no like, you understand what I'm saying? Like
Right,
that whole
right,
Griselda, whatever, any of these niggas,
right,
if it wasn't for that fearlessness to put that into
right.
music. So,
You right, you right.
I definitely recognize and appreciate the contribution, because we couldn't have did it without y'all. I'm not saying we wouldn't have, let's say y'all wouldn't have took that route. I'm pretty sure somebody would have came up with it later. You know what I'm saying? But at the time
Right.
that y'all did it is what made it magic. That's what made it. It was supposed to happen then in the evolution. So beautiful thing, brother. Beautiful thing. So what you got popping right now before I let you go? Let the people know what you got popping and what you got coming up.
I got a couple of things to start with the team demo shit. Like I got an EP in the works with them. I have other singles that they're gonna be dropping. We're actually talking about doing videos and flying out there to do some videos or them coming out here. I got the project with Dirty Diggs, which is the Hammers and Hatchets LP, which has been done. It's just a matter of like we just want to put the right little skits and nice twist.
Right.
Like I'm a nigga who from I've been knowing Jinx since I was in elementary. I actually went to elementary with Jinx, Cube, and Dub C, all at the same elementary, like which was a Crip school, but it was across the street from the Avenues, which is a blood area. Just weird shit. But I could say Jinx with the skits, which is what made America's Most and Death Certificate and all that shit special. That is something that lives with me to this day, which is why if you listen to my records, I got skits in between. That shit ties the record in together. And I notice in this day and age, everybody's trying to do the skit shit, but a nigga just throw a skit in that ain't got nothing to do with the two songs it's in between. I'm like,
Right.
there's a skill in that. You know what I'm saying?
It's an
Like, nigga,
art.
take
Yeah,
the
it's an
time
art.
out, think about a transitional skit to put in there. So I just don't grab shit or just have a list of skits like, oh, this shit funny, this shit dope, blah blah. Just throw it here, throw it there, throw it here.
And
I
I like
always try to
Jinx.
relate.
I like Jinx because he'll put skits in the middle of a song.
Right,
Like like
yeah,
like
that
like like
too.
like Ice Cube alive on arrival, for example.
Right, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
nigga.
Like the nigga crazy. Like that's one of
That's
my
what I'm saying.
favorite songs. Word up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm glad you mentioned that because that's one of my favorites too. Or the one about the summer or whatever.
And my summer vacation. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
my summer vacation, bro. Like that shit, it chills up my spine, and
Yeah.
it's just or on that same album. Remember, like, what's the matter? You burning? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
that shit. That shit funny, but it went into a song about being burnt. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm in the middle of like coming up with like some really good skits. That's definitely coming out 2022. I also have a project with Oh No and my nigga from London, the Fly Hooligan. Shout out to Oh No, shout out to the Fly Hooligan. If you
Shout
put
to
our
the
names together, the first syllable of our names together at well with the Fly Hooligan is the last syllable in his shit. But Mon No Fly is Montage, Oh No, and the Fly Hooligan.
wow.
So we got an album based off of just our combination together. You got the little sprinkle of the like. I'm gonna tell you, don't hate on me, my niggas from London, but I'm not really a big fan of your spitters. Like, but this nigga, the Fly Hooligan, I'm a fucking fan of from day one.
Yeah.
He impressed me. Dope videos. He does his shit right. Blah blah blah. So you got the sprinkle of the UK along with myself, who is kind of like you know gangstified, but at the same time like worldly, and super grounded in the serious underground shit. And then we getting down over some Oh No beats, which Oh No hates when I say this, but out of him and his brother Madlib, I pick Oh No over Madlib just for the one fact that nigga, I've always loved clarity, my nigga. Like, and Oh No is into clarity where where Madlib makes beats. He's not trying to, but he's naturally grimy, and that's just how it comes off. And then from there, and he's also like, he's the nigga that invented, like, nigga, you're gonna have to take this 2-track that's a minute long and figure it out, nigga, because I'm not tracking out shit for you. Like, I'm just gonna give you a beat tape with 100 beats on it and figure it out. And that's how, you know, projects like the Stoney Jackson album and shit like that came about. But oh no, he will track the shit out. He will give it clarity, and he's just a fucking dope producer. And then he's spitting on it too. He does a hook. You know, he's well rounded, bro. And the album is fucking dope. When that album is gonna be out, I don't know. There is a single out on Spotify, um, called Bazooka, which we put that out, and we were gonna drop the record, but we decided like we wanna really make a bigger impact with the record. So we're really literally waiting for like a bread type situation because we feel like we can get it. So look for that in the future. Monofly project. We actually got the at Monofly Instagram, or we got all those formats sewn up. So if you see Monofly on IG or FB or Twitter or whatever, we don't have a TikTok, but yeah, man, join us up because you're gonna see some shit coming in a little bit that's gonna be like super fucking dope, bro.
No doubt. No doubt. Well, shit. Montage, I definitely appreciate you stopping by, chopping it up with us, telling us what your favorite song
Thanks
is.
for having me.
You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely proud of you, and I wish you continued success. And you know, I'm be in touch, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta definitely tap in.
Yeah, bro.
So
I'm definitely trying to do something with you, bro. Every time, you know, like you was coming out with songs that was kind of like with people that I knew, I was like, damn, when we gonna hook up? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
nah, we there, we there.
yeah,
It's gonna be a beautiful thing, a beautiful thing. I already know. That might be the name of that shit, a beautiful thing. You know what I'm
man, let's
saying?
go, bro.
Word up. Salute to you, bro. And yo, man.
Man,
Next
back
time,
at you, my G.
next time it's like 75, 80 out there, which it probably might be tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Just go out
Nigga, it's
there.
actually looking like it's about to be that, like the sun coming out, my nigga. That's the thing. You can't
Shit,
ever underestimate the sun out here, my
nigga.
nigga. The sun is undefeated like the internet.
When you go outside and you feel that, just soak that in, be like, that's for seed. You know what I'm saying? I need that, man.
All right, I got you.
Word up, word up. Salute
I
to you,
got
bro.
you.
Number love.
Same here. Thank you, man. Thank you
All
for
day,
allowing me on your platform, and I appreciate it.
all day.